The temperatures have dropped now and it's officially giving me fall vibes, so I had to switch up some things that we've been doing for homeschool. So in today's video, I just want to give a fall homeschool update, I guess that's what you can call it, where I'm going to tell you how our schedule is changing, give you an update on the curriculum we're using, just give you a feel of our daily routine, what are we covering in a day, how long is our typical homeschool day, and things of that sort, right? If you're new here, hi, I'm Shadiamond. I'm a homeschool mom to a 7, 5, and 2-year-old, and I usually like to share about our homeschool journey, but I also like to share things about motherhood and things of that nature. So if you're interested in any of that, subscribe to my channel. But let's get started. A few months ago I shared what our schedule will be looking like. Since it is cooler at night now, I had to switch up our routines. So initially we would start the day outside with fresh air. I would take sensory toys out there for my son. I would do jump rope sometime. I would run around with them. I would take books outside. But it was just a good way to kind of ease into our day, right? Fresh air, sunlight, and just listening to the birds and stuff like that. So that's what we were doing for quite a few weeks actually, and it was really beneficial. I felt super refreshed. I got my exercise in, no excuses, started the day off right. But since it is cool now, y'all, I had to switch up some things because it'd be too cold to go outside early in the morning. So what I started doing now for the fall, I don't go outside first thing in the morning. We're typically starting our morning a little bit around, well, let's just say I get up pretty early, and I like to get up and I like to read my Bible. I like to tend to emails. I like to edit content. I like to do all of the things that I need to do before the kids wake up, and they're usually up. My son is up usually when I'm up, but I would say 7:30, 8ish. They're up around that time, and so we get breakfast, we talk, they play a little bit, and just do the things they want to do in the morning time. I typically have more music playing and stuff like that that they can listen to. I sing. I just need my time to, you know, get a feel for the day. I also use that time to look over their lessons if I did not do it the night before, just so I can know once it's 9:30, it is time to do homeschool. 9:30 is usually when we start our homeschool day, and so far our homeschool day ranges from 1.5 hours to 2 hours on average, right? And this is where I'm doing things back to back. So say for instance, I'm doing math, individual math for one of my daughters. After her math, I may go to my other daughter with her math, or math, language arts, handwriting. Math, language arts, handwriting. They're on 2 different levels when it comes to each of those things, so I do those separately. And then for things they kind of do together, I still have time within those 2 hours to get it done with science, or read aloud books, or books that Math with Confidence recommend at the end of the lessons. I will, you know, regardless of what lesson they're on, I will still let them both watch the read aloud, look at the videos and stuff like that. So our homeschool day is typically from 9:30 to about 11:30. My goal is to be done by 12 every single day. I typically like to do the 4-day homeschool week, so we'll start from Monday to Thursday. That was my initial plan. But I realized that I really enjoy doing midweek grocery hauls on Wednesdays, and I also like to do midweek field trips. So in the past, I was reserving Friday for field trips, grocery shopping, anything fun, you know, on Fridays. But I realized that Friday is kind of like a rush for us. And so doing it in the middle of the week, for one, the grocery stores are pretty empty. And yeah, things just flow smoothly. So on a good day for a field trip, I would plan a field trip in the morning, maybe starting at 9 or 10, do the field trip, and then after the fact, we would either, if the field trip doesn't involve a lot of walking and stuff like that, we'll go to the park for a little bit, and then I'll do a curbside pickup. It just depends on my energy level, right? But if I'm full of energy, if I want to get my steps in, I will go to, you know, the grocery stores. And sometimes I push the button and I'll do 1, 2, 3 grocery stores. It just depends. And then once we're home, everyone is tired, you know, I can put up groceries, prep for dinner and stuff like that. But that's usually what our day looked like. 4-day homeschool week. So my first schedule, it was Monday for language arts and math and handwriting. Tuesday was math, language arts and science. Wednesday, language arts, math. Thursday, math, language arts, science. And then handwriting was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that was my initial schedule. And then we were throwing in Spanish, but somehow we fell off with Spanish. We had to get back to it, and we recently started back incorporating, learning about a historical figure, black historical figure, weekly. So we're gonna start incorporating reading books about it, finding documentaries, and doing like fun little hands-on crafts just so they can learn more about their history, right? So that's pretty much what our schedule looks like on a day. I did not mention what I do for my son because pretty much like I give him a lot of time early in the morning, usually before the girls are up, he's up. So I'm reading books to him, we are singing, we are playing with toys and things of that nature. But honestly, I haven't really been setting out specific activities for him. Like, he's really good with hands-on things. He's good with seeing things in person and not notifying, but recognizing things. So I've been pretty relaxed, and I feel like that's been good for him. But I do want to do more along the lines of letters and letter sounds for him. So I'll be creating a little schedule for him, not schedule, but little activities for him, so I could definitely like track his progress over time. I don't want to force it, you know. He doesn't really seem interested in a lot of things that I'm trying to do with him, like, you know, learning binders. You know, he'll do that, but it's not what he want to do. He likes to move, so I have to find a way to reach him and teach him the things that I would like him to know, right? He knows his colors, he knows his shapes, he can count. But we're working on, he can spell his name orally, but I want him to start recognizing those letters. And a few of them he had down pat for a while, and I wasn't consistent, and now it's like we're having to start over, but that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, that's our little homeschool schedule. 2-hour homeschool day usually, 4 days a week. We went from Monday through Thursday to, I'm thinking it's going to be Monday and Tuesday. Formal lessons, and then Wednesday is kind of like our off day. Thursday and Friday is when we're doing our work, and then throwing in a library trip either on Wednesday or, yeah, I would say Wednesday, midweek. Just keeping it consistent so they can expect to go out the house on Wednesday to do things. But the good thing about having a 2-hour homeschool day is once we're done at 12, I usually try to see if my son will go down for a nap. If he doesn't, then we're going to get out the house, right? So we can go to the library, we can do whatever we want to do, go to the park, be with friends, whatever the case may be. That's the beauty of it. So after the 9:30 to 11:30 or about 12, you know, we rest a little bit. If we don't go to the park after the fact, then I'm going to let them go outside for at least an hour to ride their bikes, to run and play, to have fun, and that's pretty much what it looks like. Some days we do start like makeup on Sundays, you know, things that we didn't get done throughout the homeschool week, but for the most part, that's it. So in terms of our curriculum, I shared a curriculum video that I'll link in the cards, and I pretty much shared that we're using for math, the Good and the Beautiful, no. For math, we're using Math with Confidence. For language arts, we're using the Good and the Beautiful. For science, we're using workbooks. Spanish is a workbook. History is a collection of books and documentaries and just museum visits and things that I think that's fitting for history. I don't have a curriculum specifically for that, but that's pretty much all we're doing, right? And of course, I'm going with their interest. So if they're interested in something, then I'll find little science kits or craft kits or whatever so they can get, you know, the experience and just explore this topic a little bit more. So with math and language arts, both seem to be working. I did say that I want to switch from the Good and the Beautiful for language arts because I just don't feel like it's just, you know, it's okay. But I wasn't doing the booster cards. So we are doing the free version where I printed it off at home, and so we have to look at the booster cards online, which means that the kids are reading books. They're working on different advanced phonics and stuff like that in different games, and I was not utilizing that when I gave my first review of the language arts. So now that I've added on the reading portion and utilizing like the app, I kind of feel like, you know, it's okay. You know, I feel like it's okay. You kind of have to use all of the things to really get the full picture of the curriculum. I do still feel like we're going to switch from the language arts, and I already expressed why, so I'll just link that video, you know, somewhere for you to watch. But it's working. Math with Confidence, we absolutely love it. I started initially, you did the kindergarten level? Well, Math with Confidence first or first grade? Yeah, so my 7-year-old started with the first grade level first last year, and my 5-year-old now, she started the kindergarten level when she was 4, and so they're 5 and 7 now, and so they're doing first and second grade math, and they love it. Like, how do y'all feel about it?
I like it.
Why do you like it?
Because I'm learning how to tell time.
Just overall.
Because it's just math.
Okay, so she said just math. I like that it give you the option of a book a week. Although we don't always read that book, I do like that they have different games and different activities that you can do. So something I don't always do every single thing listed in the curriculum or recommend activities. Sometimes I skip over things because I know they know certain things. As far as them getting a conceptual understanding of math, the mental math, doing math in their head, you know, not kind of on their fingers and stuff like that, I love it because they are grasping things and it's clicking for them. It's not a lot of memorization. They have to really learn, you know, why this and this adds up, word problems, real life application, and things of that nature. So I really enjoy it for them. There are some days where I'm like, ooh, what if I had chose an open to go curriculum where I didn't have to prep anything? What if I had chose a online math curriculum where they can just log on when it's time to do math? Because sometimes I get lazy. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't want to like do a lot of prep work, which is not a lot at times, but if you don't prep at night and you want to start your day early in the morning, it's like, okay, I don't even know what supplies y'all need. I don't even know if I have this prepped out. But the good thing is it doesn't take a lot of prep. You know, a lot of the activities you can switch out for things that you already have at home, and that's what I usually do a lot of times. But we're satisfied with what we're using thus far. With the Spanish, I haven't been consistent. I have to start that back up. But you know, it is what it is. Their handwriting is just little workbooks, and they're being consistent with that. And yeah, so far it's working out for us. I'm loving their progress. The only thing I feel like I need to work on is being more creative, right? I need to make it fun weekly with like weekly drawings, you know, whether we use Art Kids Hub or Art for Kids Hub, or looking for the drawing workbook, or you know, just incorporating more crafts into our homeschool weeks. I feel like I did a lot more crafts when they were younger, and I still do crafts with my son, but I feel like they would enjoy it more if we did more crafts or just introduce some type of art to the mix. But I really have to take the time out to just do the basics to figure out what our schedule is going to look like, what is too much for me, what can I handle, you know, in terms of homeschooling and cooking and getting out the house and getting back in the house to be on time to actually, you know, eat dinner and not feeling like I have to, you know, feel like I'm either off track or that is too much on me. So far, since we were sticking with the basics, I feel like we have that down pat. The 4-day school week is still a thing. I'm going to try to see if we can rest on Wednesdays once we are out and about. That's only if we have a field trip planned that week or a library trip. Otherwise, we'll probably stick with the Monday through Thursday. But I want to try using Wednesday as our rest day or our fun day, and then Friday mornings as our actual school day. So I'm going to try that out, and I'll give y'all an update maybe in a few months to see how that works out. And what else was I going to add? We are having fun with field trips. So far we've done a field trip to like a botanical garden. We went to a farm. We have gone camping. We want to go like apple picking. We want to do a few more things during the fall. So as far as field trips, we're still working out some things, but it's only October and they have done quite a few things that are memorable. But yeah, I think that's all I had. If you have any specific questions, let me know in the comments below. How are y'all enjoying your homeschool semester thus far? Like, did you think you started off with too much? Are you changing curriculum? Is it working for you? Do you need to switch your time of the day that you homeschool? Do you think you need to extend something? Like, how is homeschool working out for you? We've been doing it for from the very beginning. I've been at home with them since day one, so it's like I really started to pick up on, like a little more structure when my oldest was about 3, 4-ish. But yeah. That's all I have, y'all. See y'all in my next video.
Mommy.